8 friends went on a weekend lake trip and were never seen again. No bodies, no wreckage, no clues. Until 5 years later, a drone flying over a restricted marsh captured something so chilling it blew open a case that had haunted families and baffled investigators. What happened to those 8 young people? Why were dozens of boats found abandoned in a hidden water graveyard? And who had been watching them before they vanished? If you love true crime mysteries that unravel with every clue, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. This story is unlike anything you've heard before. Introduction. It was supposed to be just another summer weekend. In July 2017, 8 college friends rented a boat at Cedar Lake. They laughed on the dock, clinked beer cans, promised their families they'd be home Sunday night. But Sunday came, and they never returned. The boat was gone. So were they. No distress signal, no crash, no bodies, just silence. The lake trip that turned into a nightmare. It began like any other getaway. Tyler Camden, the unofficial leader of the group, had helped pick out the rental boat, a sleek 24-foot vessel with white hull and blue trim. It was Sophia's birthday, and she wanted something memorable. The group had all known each other since freshman year. Tyler, Sophia, Jake, Emma, Madison, Ashley, Rachel, and Chloe. They'd been through finals heartbreaks, dorm drama, and late-night Taco Bell runs together. They were a family. Photos taken that morning showed nothing but joy. Sophia in a pink hoodie laughing, Tyler flashing a peace sign, Jake already shirtless tossing a beach ball. They set off around 11:00 a.m. That would be the last confirmed sighting of any of them. When they didn't come home. By Monday morning, panic had set in. Calls went unanswered. Messages unread. Families drove to Cedar Lake expecting to find the kids drunk, maybe asleep in a motel. But the dock was empty. The rental company confirmed the boat had never been returned. Within 48 hours, the official search began. Helicopters, divers, boats, dogs. Every inch of Cedar Lake was combed, all 12 miles of it. Every cove, every inlet. Nothing. Not even a broken oar. The sheriff called it one of the most puzzling disappearances in local history. The Coast Guard labeled it a presumed drowning. But no one could explain the lack of debris or how a 24-foot boat just vanished. Tyler's older brother, Alex Camden, didn't believe it for a second. The brother who never stopped searching. Alex wasn't a detective. He wasn't a cop. He was a mechanic with a sharp eye and a broken heart. But from the moment his little brother disappeared, he made it his mission to find the truth. For 5 years, he woke up every morning at 4:30. Black coffee, a laptop, a spreadsheet. He searched boat registrations, checked marine salvage reports, logged weather conditions, compared accident records. He called every sheriff's department within 300 miles. No one answered, but he never stopped. And then, on a Tuesday morning in September 2022, he got a call. The drone discovery. The voice on the other end was nervous. Aaron Mills, I fly drones. I think I found something you need to see. Within 20 minutes, Alex was standing in a stranger's garage, staring at a laptop screen that made his knees buckle. The drone footage showed a hidden inlet at the far northern edge of Cedar Lake, technically off limits, marked as protected wetlands. But what the drone captured was anything but natural. Dozens of boats, pontoons, cabin cruisers, fishing vessels, abandoned, half-sunk, laid out like a grim parking lot, a floating graveyard. In the center, Aaron zoomed in on one particular boat, white hull blue trim, 24 feet. Alex's breath caught in his throat. "That's it," he whispered. "That's their boat." Part 2. The boat graveyard into the marsh. Sheriff Tom Bararm. 3 hours after Alex made the call, a patrol boat was speeding toward the restricted marshlands, its siren slicing through the still lake air. Alex was on board, his knuckles white around the safety rail. His mom had cried when he told her. Not hysterical sobs, those had stopped years ago. This time, it was something quieter. Something that sounded like I knew this call would come. When they reached the inlet, Detective Ray Holloway was already waist-deep in the murky water, standing beside the rotting hull of Tyler's boat. "It's been here a while," Holloway said, nodding toward the damaged side. "Looks like it sank, then was dragged up here." Alex didn't wait. He climbed aboard, and the phone that changed everything. The boat was mostly intact but waterlogged. Algae clung to every surface. Alex moved carefully, checking under seats and consoles. He found it wedged under the stern seat, a cooler. Inside, sealed in a plastic bag, was something unmistakable. Sophia's phone, bright pink case. A graduation photo of all 8 friends taped to the back. Alex had seen that phone in her hands 100 times. He held it like it might shatter in his fingers. "Detective," he called out. Holloway took it with gloved hands. "We might be able to recover data," he said, "if the memory card survived." Alex didn't stop. He found Jake's Lucky Cubs cap under a seat, a soggy notebook that might have been Rachel's. Personal things, tiny fragments of lives once full. Then came the final blow. Scratched into the fiberglass of the interior hull just above the waterline were 3 words. "Help us." Alex knelt beside it. The letters were crude, shaky, but real. "Tyler tried to warn us," he said, voice cracking. "This wasn't an accident." Holloway's silence was all the confirmation Alex needed. A digital trail from the dead. At the county sheriff's office, forensic tech Janet Reyes worked on Sophia's phone like it was a bomb. After 3 hours, she turned to Alex and Holloway. "Memory card's intact. I've recovered about 60% of the data." First were the photos. Smiling faces on the dock, sunscreen, beach balls, selfies. Everything normal until it wasn't. At 3:47 p.m., the tone changed. A photo of Tyler pointing at something off camera. In the background, a larger boat. White. Sleek. Tinted windows. 4 minutes later, that boat was closer. None of the friends were smiling anymore. Sophia's last video began 47 seconds before everything stopped. The video that shouldn't exist. Sophia's voice trembled through the speakers. "Tyler, who are those guys?" The phone camera pointed at the approaching boat. 2 men on the deck, caps pulled low. One held binoculars. Or was it a camera? "They've been following us for an hour," Tyler's voice said. Then Jake. "Should we call someone?" The engine noise grew louder. The video ended abruptly. Janet found fragments of text messages. 3:43 p.m., weird boat following us. 3:51 p.m., Tyler thinks we should head back. They'd known. They'd tried to get help, but help never came. The tracker. There was one more photo, taken from a weird angle water level. All 8 friends were in it, but none of them had taken it. Metadata confirmed it had been sent to Sophia's phone via Bluetooth, not captured by her camera. Someone was watching them, Alex said. Someone wanted them to know. Then they found the photo of Tyler and Jake near the boat engine. Jake was holding a small black device, a tracker, professional grade, the same kind used by private investigators and criminals. Someone had planned this. 87 boats and a secret worth millions. The Coast Guard swept the marsh. The final count was chilling. 87 boats, some decades old, others just a year or 2. Insurance fraud. Stolen boats, a salvage scam. Or worse, why would someone create a hidden graveyard of vessels? Alex knew the answer before anyone said it out loud. To hide what really happened to the people on board. And now they had evidence: the phone, the tracker, the texts, and the message carved into the boat. Someone had been collecting boats, and maybe killing the people who came with them. Alex wasn't just looking for justice anymore. He was hunting a predator. Part 3. The hunter becomes the hunted. One brother's obsession. Alex couldn't sleep. The boat graveyard. The message carved into the fiberglass. The tracker. The photo that no one had taken. Something wasn't adding up. Something bigger. He started digging. He visited every family. Sophia's dad mentioned someone breaking into their garage the night before the trip. Jake's mom remembered a strange call asking for insurance details. Rachel's father, a man pretending to be conducting a boating safety survey. Each story was eerily similar. Someone had targeted them. Someone had infiltrated their lives before they ever stepped foot on that boat. This wasn't random. This was a setup. A name surfaces. At the Martinez home, Chloe's mom handed Alex a business card. It was left by a man in a suit 2 days before the trip. He claimed to be from Lakeside Marine Recovery Services. The name on the card, Carl Brennan. The title, Senior Marine Insurance Investigator. Alex's blood went cold. Back at home, he searched the name. Brennan had a squeaky clean record. 23 years in marine salvage. Commendations from the insurance board. But Alex recognized something else. The address linked to Brennan's company was the exact area where Tyler's boat had been found. A fake company, a fake investigator, but a real killer. And the smoking gun. Alex drove to Brennan's house. A waterfront mansion with its own private dock. And there it was. Tyler's boat. Polished, cleaned, almost like new. Alex climbed aboard. He knew boats were things got lost, where evidence could hide. Beneath a pile of life jackets in the stern compartment, he found a waterproof case. Inside insurance documents, a list of names. 8 names all crossed out in red ink. Tyler, Jake, Sophia, Emma, Madison, Ashley, Rachel, Chloe. Below them, a second list. 8 more names. The Westfield University Sailing Club. Brennan was already planning his next victims. Too close for comfort. Then came the sound Alex dreaded most. An engine, Brennan's truck pulling into the driveway. Alex barely had time to slip into the lake, hiding under the dock, as Brennan walked above him. And then Brennan spoke. "I know you're here, Alex Camden, the grieving brother who doesn't know when to stop." Alex held his breath. Brennan dropped a concrete block tied with rope into the water. "Your brother thought he could blackmail me too," said he had evidence. Alex clutched the GPS tracker in his hand. Tyler had evidence, and now so did Alex. Corruption runs deep. Alex went straight to the sheriff's office, but what he saw made his stomach turn. Brennan was already there, talking, laughing, with Detective Holloway, the same man who had stood beside him at the boat graveyard. Alex waited in his truck. A text buzzed on his phone. From Holloway. "Where are you? Need to discuss the case." He was being watched, hunted. This wasn't just one corrupt man. This was a network. Alex made a decision. If the local police were compromised, he needed to go higher. To the FBI. Part 4. The trap is set. Tyler's final clue. Back at his workshop, Alex opened Tyler's flash drive, the one he'd recovered from a hidden compartment. Inside were folders labeled like a federal investigation. Insurance claims analysis, boat movement patterns, audio recordings, surveillance photos. Tyler had spent months tracking Brennan's scam. Photos showed Brennan meeting with marina staff, even uniformed cops. One photo, time-stamped 2 months before the disappearances, showed Brennan having dinner with Detective Holloway. Tyler had known. He'd recorded a message. If this is found and we're gone, Carl Brennan is responsible. Detective Holloway is covering it up. Alex sat in silence, listening to his brother's voice. Tyler hadn't just been a victim. He was a whistleblower. The sting operation. Or so they thought. The next morning, Brennan called. Let's move forward with our little operation. Tomorrow, 9 a.m., at my office. Come alone, Alex agreed. Then he called his mom. If you don't hear from me by noon, take the flash drive to the FBI. Don't trust anyone local, Patricia promised. Again, at 6 a.m., Alex dropped the package on her doorstep and drove back to Brennan's house, his .38 revolver tucked in his jacket. This time, he wasn't just looking for answers. He was ready for war. Face to face with evil. Brennan greeted him at the door with a smirk. You're early. Good. I wanted to show you something. Inside were maps, charts of Cedar Lake's deepest parts, marked with coordinates, depths, water temperature readings, the perfect places to make a body vanish. Alex kept his cool. You killed my brother. Your brother got curious, Brennan said. Curiosity's expensive. He moved to a kitchen drawer, opened it. A pistol. Alex pulled his revolver. Fast. They stood, guns drawn 10 feet apart. You think killing me ends this? Brennan sneered. I'm just middle management. They fired at the same time. Blood and truth. Brennan's bullet missed. Alex's hit. The older man dropped, clutching his shoulder, blood soaking his shirt. Alex kicked away Brennan's pistol. Start talking. Who else is in on it? Brennan coughed a laugh. Insurance execs, cops, marina owners. You don't take down a system like this with one bullet, kid. Alex called 911. This is Alex Camden. I need the FBI, not local police. 1247 Lakeshore Drive. As sirens approached, Brennan smiled through gritted teeth. You think the feds aren't dirty too? But Alex didn't care anymore. He had evidence. Tyler's evidence. And now Brennan was in custody. The truth comes crashing in. The FBI arrived first. Special Agent Sarah Donnelly led the takedown. Within hours, Brennan's salvage yard was raided. Deputy Frank Walsh arrested. Detective Holloway in cuffs. By sunset, 19 people across 6 states were in custody. Wire fraud, conspiracy, murder. Sheriff Bradley gave a press conference that night. The Cedar Lake disappearances are now part of a federal investigation. The families gathered at the marina. Mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters. Linda Morrison asked Alex, "Did they find Jake's body?" "Not yet," Alex said gently, "but they will." Part 5. Justice rises from the water. The price of truth. In the days that followed, the FBI uncovered mass graves near Cedar Lake. They recovered the remains of all 8 friends. Tyler, Sophia, Jake, Emma, Madison, Ashley, Rachel, Chloe. They'd been buried together just as they'd lived their final day side by side. At the public memorial, 8 white headstones gleamed in the sun. A quiet inscription on Tyler's read, "Beloved son, brother, and hero." Alex stood with his mother. Her voice was calm for the first time in years. He saved more people than he ever knew. The network crumbles. Carl Brennan pled guilty to 17 counts of murder, insurance fraud, and obstruction. Life without parole. No deals, no leniency. Detective Holloway was sentenced to 15 years. Deputy Walsh got 12. The marina managers and insurance brokers involved 5 to 8 years each. The FBI shut down Lakeside Marine Recovery Services. Assets were seized. Records were publicized. The web Brennan spun unraveled. In total, the investigation solved 12 additional cold cases going back nearly a decade. Tyler's flash drive had done more than expose a killer. It had unearthed a legacy of silence, money, and murder. The foundation built on loss. The government awarded restitution to each victim's family. Alex received a portion from Brennan's seized a life insurance policy. He used every penny to create something new. The Tyler Camden Marine Safety Foundation, dedicated to boat safety, missing persons investigations, and youth protection programs. The goal to ensure no other family would go through what they did. His first campaign launched the following summer. Marinas across the region posted large signs. If you see something, say something. Lake safety starts with you. The final message. 3 months after the sentencing, Alex returned to Cedar Lake. He sat on the dock at sunset, phone in hand, staring at the last photo from Tyler's flash drive. All 8 friends, arms around each other, smiling, carefree, alive. His phone buzzed. A message from Aaron Mills, the drone operator who had found the graveyard. Saw the news. Tyler would be proud. Alex smiled, then slowly stood. He walked to the new memorial stone at the cemetery entrance, a granite bench with a plaque engraved with all 8 names, and below them, the truth doesn't disappear just because someone tries to bury it. It waits. And eventually, it rises. A quiet justice. 8 friends went out for a birthday trip. They never came home. But they exposed a killer, shattered a criminal empire, and saved countless lives. Their story is tragic, but it's also a story of love, persistence, and justice. So if you were moved by their courage and by the brother who never gave up, do us a favor. Like, comment, subscribe, because stories like this deserve to be heard. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and never stop searching for the truth.